Tonight, we're taking things a notch higher. Actually, we're taking things way up. This is the Robinson R44 Raven 2. Now, you might be wondering, why would Autoworld feature a helicopter? Well, I'll give you two reasons. The first one, this helicopter has an engine, and Autoworld is all about engines. Second of all, because we can. They are special because they are small in nature. They are flexible, can take off and land virtually anywhere, anytime. It's for this reason that VIPs and celebrities all over the world chase the paper to own at least one as a matter of status or convenience. Let's start with the celebrities. Angelina Jolie is a pilot who started flying in 2005. Her airborne ride comes complete with a parachute that can carry the whole airline to safety. And oh, she flies barefoot. The story goes on that 75-year-old Morgan Freeman was in the Air Force as a mechanic. He now owns 2 air riders. Tom Cruise, Harrison Ford, Clint Eastwood also own a few numbers in the sky. Environmental groups have, however, nicknamed Cruise emissions impossible, as a celebrated actor has 4 planes that he uses as family minivans for shopping sprees, and rumor has it that he used a jet to pick up groceries. To own at least one of these would cost you at least 40 million shillings. I set out to know more about this airborne fascination. The Robinson R44 Helicopter. This machine boasts of a 6-cylinder engine whose capacity stands at 5,500 cc. Its top speed is 120 knots, or in simple terms, 200 kilometers per hour. Talking of performance, the Raven helicopter has a rating of 245 brake horsepower during takeoff and 205 brake horsepower when airborne. The full tank for this heli is about 180 liters. With all this knowledge that was passed by my pilot of the day, Alistair Lelwyn, it was time to fly. Despite being nervous, I got my adrenaline kick and set out on a journey to the beautiful landscape of the Rift Valley. The instrument panel, which would be referred to as the dashboard in motoring language, is full of gizmos. They include an altimeter that shows you how high you are above the ground, the vertical speed indicator that shows you the rate of ascending and descending, the manifold air pressure gauge, which shows how much power you have, a transponder which sends out signals alerting any aircraft around it of its presence to avoid air collision. The good thing about helicopters is that they are fast and can get to the destination in just a few minutes. The scenery from above was just nothing short of breathtaking. One of my major concerns was what would happen if something went wrong, and to answer me, my pilot Alistair decided to assume an emergency landing in the middle of the Rift Valley. In a few minutes, we were back on and we continued with our flight back. Helicopters are used for, among other things, the little pleasures in life. Stress-free traveling, which means avoiding the long, boring traffic queues. Well, Decopio from Helicopter Charters East Africa, the company that owns the Robinson R44, says that some of their clientele include visitors who jet into the country and want to fly to the city center for meetings.
You could fly up to the Ngong Hills if the weather is clear and sunny. You could go get the viewpoint land and maybe propose to your loved one there. Or just if you want to give someone a surprise, yeah? A treat of a lifetime, half an hour's ride on the chopper, you're able to offer that.
However, all this is for a cost. 1 hour in the heli would cost you about 75,000 shillings. Safety remains one of the biggest concerns among people who want a helicopter ride. Alistair, an experienced and long-serving pilot, tells me that When it comes to a safe takeoff and landing, a number of issues come to play.
Generally, as a pilot, you tend to focus not on what can go wrong, but what is going right. Like with any vehicle, you can obviously, the worst that can go wrong is easily imaginable. But that also comes down to the training of the pilots and the ability of the pilot to recognize those situations as early as possible and to avoid them.
Helicopters remain to be a flexible way of traveling, though some mishaps can lead to crashes. If everything is done right, being airborne is one of the best and convenient ways to travel. For Autoworld, my name is Betty Kyallo.